Hi, well, we're back again. I'm trying to record this before we do our speakings. You probably won't have time to do it, but it's just going to be a listening task, okay? And I'll ask you some of the questions here, hopefully when we do our speakings together, okay? Um, well, let's start, okay? It says read the text about Mariana. Mariana is this lady in our photograph over here. Please do not ask me to pronounce um, that surname. It's probably very easy for you, I don't know, but for an English person, well, how would we say it? Leva di Taki. Well, maybe Leva di Taki. Okay, well, this is Mariana. Obviously, she's a chef. Okay, so we're going to look at this, and then we're going to look at the 5 photos. There are 2 over here, and try to think what could finish these sentences. Okay, I mean, the idea is that it says read the text about Mariana, then look at the 5 photos, or we put it like this: read the text about Mariana, then look at the 5 photos and extracts from an interview with her. With a partner, say how you think she finishes each sentence. Well, unless you have a partner there at home, that's going to be a little bit difficult, okay? But we can have a quick look now at these sentences, okay? So the first one, well, the text begins with Mariana Levaditaki is the head chef at Morito, a very popular restaurant on Hackney Road in London. She was born on the island of Crete in Greece. Her father was a Cretan fisherman and her mother was Scottish. Together they ran a seafood restaurant, which is where Mariana spent most of her childhood. So she grew up in a restaurant, okay, in Crete. Um, so I think this influenced her. And you'll listen to her in a minute. And she says many things, but she says, we ate fish every day, which. Okay, so we're going to listen for that. How could we finish that? Where do you think the fish came from? Okay, listen carefully. She says, we boiled it and ate it with. Okay, I think she might be talking about lobster here because we normally boil lobster. But what do you eat lobster with? Okay, on the next page it says, here we have the recipes here. I wrote down recipes which I wanted to cook for the family in. Okay, so where did she write the recipes? Well, it looks to me like this recipe is in. What's this thing that she's written it in? Okay, listen carefully. My aunt, Tiakula, had, well, what can we see in the picture? Okay, what kind of tree is this? What does she have? And finally, she says, occasionally my mum used to buy me and my brother souvlaki for lunch. A sort of, what is this? What do you think she's going to use to describe that? Okay, so we have to listen for those. It's a little difficult for me to coordinate that with the listening, but what it'll do, I'll have to keep the book on full page like this and go between the 2 pages while you listen. If you have the book, excellent, you can complete your book with what you think. Now, this listening is very fast, and I think it's actually quite difficult. So what I'm going to do on the next video, I'm going to play it, but I'm going to play it so it's a bit slower than the original, okay, to give you a chance to catch those. Doesn't matter if you don't get them all, okay? Maybe you can just try to get 1 or 2 of them. This is just the first listen. You're going to listen again after this, but on the first listen, I want you to try and complete, if you can, these 5 sentences with what she says, okay? That'll be on the next video.